everyone, welcome to another pick a card reading. I'm the unobtrusive healer, also known as Felicia, and I'm here to do a reading for those of you that are in situationships, connections that are a little bit up in the air, or even no contact situations. So if you relate to one of those descriptions with where you're at in your love life right now, this is definitely the pick a card for you. We are going to look at where you are at with this person, like your feelings, thoughts, energy and stuff like that, to confirm that this is your reading or your pile. We're also going to look at what's going on with your person regarding their life. Then we're going to look at how they feel about you. Do they have good intentions, or what are their intentions? What aren't they telling you? The most likely outcome for you guys. Your personal advice from the universe. It may be to do with this person, or it may just be personal advice. And then we'll finish up with a channeled song, and if we have time, because there's a lot to cover, for fun we may also go into the initials and zodiac signs to get some of the predominant signs showing up, just for some extra validation, but mostly for fun. So that's everything we have to cover in the reading itself. And a couple of things I'd like to mention before we get into the pile selections is that my Raise Your Frequency workshop, which is a self-care and spiritual expansion workshop, is running from the 4th to the 11th of Feb. Now, this is something you can participate in from anywhere around the globe because it's all online. In fact, it's all basically done through a daily email. So check out the description box for more info on that. There'll be a link to where you can book yourself in, and also my Instagram link is down there where you can look up my actual post about the workshop to read anything more on it. And the other thing I'll mention is that don't forget that commenting on any video enters you in a monthly draw to win a gift card to put towards anything on my online store, even including the above workshop. And we are due to draw a new winner, so get commenting because you may even win that gift card, and you may even be able to sign up for that workshop at an even cheaper price than it already is. So enough about that. Let me get into our pile selections for today. So pile 1 here, I have the clear quartz. Pile 2 have howlite. And pile 3, you have black tourmaline. So take as much time as you need to choose your pile. Carefully drop into that intuitive space and feel where you're being drawn. And that will be the pile that is for you. Sometimes it's not necessarily the one that we find prettiest, but the pile that really wants us to tune in, I suppose. So take your time, pause the video if you need to, and I look forward to seeing you over in your reading. Hi there, Group 1. Welcome to your reading, where we are going to be doing a check-in with your person that's basically on your mind or on your heart. So this is for those of you that are in situationships, up in the air connections, or even, into a no contact situation. We're going to get into a lot of different aspects, including the way you feel and think about this person, and then we're going to tune into them and get a lot of info about them, how they're feeling, their intentions, what they're not saying, and then we'll move into the most likely outcome, your advice from the universe, a channeled song, and if we still have time after all of that, we will then get into some zodiac signs and initials that are really, really strong in this group. So without further ado, if you chose group 1, you were drawn to the clear quartz. And we are going to get into your messages for today. So I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit dehydrated. So I'm going to be drinking a lot throughout this reading so that I don't get too husky in my voice. But to start off with, we're going to go into some mermaid messages. And we are going to look at where you're at in terms of this person. So this is going to help you kind of tune into the group's energy and know that if this group is definitely for you based on the way you're feeling. So this part should definitely resonate with where you're currently at if this group is for you. However, if your intuition is still telling you to listen to this group, even if you don't consciously feel this way or feel like this part resonates, then that's for a reason. So trust yourself. You are your best guide. But just keep in mind that these are general messages, and let's get into it. So Spirit, where's group 1 at in regards to their person? How is group 1 thinking, feeling? Okay, so we have the future. Okay, so you're definitely looking ahead and you're envisioning a future. So you feel like you could see a future with this person. It's either that or you're contemplating whether or not you can see a future with them. So either you're quite sure that you can envision a future with them, whether you're certain about the current situation or not. It's like you just have this feeling that you're meant to be together or you have a future together. Or it's this energy of contemplation where you're looking ahead and you're like, can I see myself with this person? And we also have go with the flow. Underneath the deck, we have contemplation. That's literally exactly what I just said. That makes me laugh. So yeah, your energy is, so now I don't feel like it's your, yep, we definitely have a future. Now that I've pulled all the cards out, I'm definitely feeling like this is more of a contemplative energy where you're like going with the flow, and that's what you have been doing for a while. But your energy is like, can I see them fitting into my ideal future? Can I see them aligning with what I see for myself in the future? And it seems like this energy of going with the flow is maybe getting you to a point where you either don't know whether to make it more serious or whether you want to kind of create some distance because you don't see that future. So you're definitely contemplating whether or not you see a future with this person, but it seems like you're more like a go with the flow at present and just sort of seeing where it takes you. But yeah, for some reason now you're starting to contemplate, like, is there a future with this person? Can I see themselves in my life 5 years from now, 10 years from now? That kind of energy. So if that sounds like you, stay with me and let's get some more messages and go into your person. So we're going to start off with how they feel about you. Yeah, I think I'll go, no. Oh no, we're not starting with how they feel about you. We're starting with what's going on with them regarding life. Sorry, that's why I felt a bit lost. So the first thing I want to do is look at what's going on in their life in general. So like, what are they focused on? What is their energy going towards, that type of thing. So this is sort of like where their energy and where their focus is in general life, not necessarily in terms of you, but just to see sort of what they've got going on before we move into all of those details about you and the connection. All right, so group one's person. What is going on with them in general life? Where is their energy and where is their focus? Group one's person. Okay, so we've got material harvest and we have harmony. Under the deck, we have patience and planning. All right, so this person's definitely achieving or has just achieved something in their material world. They're very focused on bringing their sort of like their money and their material world into harmony, into balance. They're definitely, with this patience and planning, it feels like they're working towards that stability actually. Okay, so I don't necessarily feel like they've already achieved it. Maybe for some of you they have, but actually this person's really working towards, basically feeling harmonious and comfortable in their material world. So if they have like projects of their own, they're working on growing and building those projects to be in a position where they're able to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Or if they're in a career, they're kind of trying to put effort into climbing the ladder to get into that really comfortable position. But because we have these two cards on either side of harmony, this is where I feel like they're trying to find harmony, is more so in their material world. I know there's two people on this card, but intuitively I'm being pulled to feel like the harmony and the balance is all surrounding their material world. Like that's what's going to bring this person an inner sense of harmony and stability, is that external harmony and stability. So a lot of their energy is on that, but it could be due to the fact that they want to be able to enter a harmonious connection with that stability. They know that if they were to come into a connection or to make a connection official, they're not very stable at the moment and it probably wouldn't last very long. It's not a strong enough foundation to build upon. So this person seems like maybe the end goal is the relationship, but first they have to get their material world in order. And then they feel like they can come into a connection feeling worthy, feeling stable, and feeling able to provide what they need to provide to that connection to create that safety, that harmony, that peace within the two of you. Okay, so basically really focused on their material world. Like this card says, they are trying to be patient and they're trying to plan and strategize ways to get that stability back. And it's not, sometimes when I say material world, sometimes it doesn't have to be like external world. Sometimes it's like that inner sense of stability, but that tends to come from a sense of external stability as well. So it kind of like goes hand in hand, but heavily focused on the material world or their sense of stability, possibly with the end goal being bringing stability to your connection. Okay, where do I want to go for how they feel about you? I might pull a couple more of the mermaid messages. How does group one's person feel about group one? How does group one's person feel about group one? So the first card that we've got out is move forward. So it seems like they're getting into this energy where they do really want to move things forward. And we also have positivity, and they're feeling really positive about this, or they're feeling really good about this. Underneath the deck, we also have breaking free, which I won't leave out, but I'll mention, because potentially this is that energy of where they want to be at before they can move the connection forward. So maybe something in the material world had held them back. Maybe they went through an unstable period and now they're breaking free of whatever that was. And now they're in this energy where they're ready to move forward. But I do get the feeling like that they're starting to feel a lot more positive about the connection, and they're really wanting to move it forward. And this is because they have basically either reached, or they're on the way to reaching that security, sense of security that they want to have before they do that. So I think they're being very logical, very smart about this, and trying to make sure that they really do things the right way. This guy here is giving me King of Swords energy with his white hair and his, what is he holding? I literally just had the word in my mind and it's escaped me. Oh, there's a name for it, isn't there? Oh my God, if someone knows, please comment, because oh my God, it's gonna do my head in. But anyway, his spear thing that he's holding is giving me King of Swords energy, which is Aquarius kind of energy that's coming through with that. But yeah, I think that this person has definitely gained some wisdom, and they're starting to feel really positive. They know what they want, and they're just almost waiting for that right time to really move forward or strike, basically. So let's have a look at their intentions if they are planning ahead. Which deck would I like to go to now? I have a lot in front of me, a lot of options. I think I want to go... We'll go to this deck for now and see if it feels right. So now we're asking Group 1's person, do they have any intentions, or what are their... I think they do. So let's find out what their intentions are with Group 1, please. Group 1's person, what are their intentions when it comes to the connection with Group 1? Whoa. What do you know? We have the Ace of Cups. How am I going for space down here? Let's move these up a little bit. So they definitely want a new beginning with you. They intend to go after that new beginning. So you guys might be in a phase where you are not in a lot of contact, or they got distant, or they pulled back for some reason, and you were like, what the heck? Because this feels like new beginning energy where they have to start again, or where they have to kind of come in with a fresh approach, or bring new energy to you. What are Group 1's person's intentions when it comes to the connection with Group 1? I also think that this Ace of Cups is them wanting to present an offer to you, ask you out on a date, or ask to catch up, ask to see you, and then it's followed up with a bit of a confession of some kind. We have the Page of Wands. Yeah, so maybe like they want to put the feelers out there and let you know that, you know, they are very passionate about you. They are interested in exploring the connection more in more of an emotional way. So it's not just like desire and passion, because we have the Ace of Cups here. It's backed by emotion. Maybe they're going to... Yeah, the Page of Wands with the Ace of Cups is like making me think like they're going to ask you out on a date, or they're going to confess something. We have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like they almost feel like you have the potential to just completely shut them down and be like, no. You come across as a very independent person, Group 1, and it feels like you don't really take a lot of BS from people, and that comes from a place of wisdom because of what you have been through. You now have the wisdom to discern what's for you and what's not, and this person may feel a little bit reluctant to reach out, and they may reach out in a very playful or light-hearted way in an attempt to test the waters and get their feelers, or get a feel for how you're going to respond, because you come across as very intelligent, very wise, and someone who's not going to take any BS. So, but they also find you, they almost feel like how do I word this? It's not that they think you're too good for them, but it's almost like they wonder if they can measure up or like match you in some way, like your wit. I'm hearing like your banter, your wit, your communication style, the way your mind works. They feel like they can't compete or they can't measure up. We have the King of Wands, but yeah, it's like what they lack in that way, they make up for in many other ways. This person definitely, I think they want to step up, and so I was just saying they feel like they can't match you. This feels like they want to try. They want to step up and they want to try to match you. The King of Wands would be, I'm kind of viewing this as like the Page of Wands stepping into the King of Wands energy in order to make a move. So maybe this was their intention all along, was to go from the Page of Wands to the King of Wands and get the courage, the stability, and the confidence to come forward and move this forward. I also get this message here with these two is like, although you're very independent and you probably don't need anybody, they know that, but they still want to come in and be someone who does provide. So I do get the feeling that most of you guys are female or feminine energies, because this person really seems to want to step into that more masculine role of provide, protect, that kind of energy. So it feels like they acknowledge that you're independent and you don't need anybody, but they still are passionate about coming in and offering you something worthwhile and providing and protecting. Maybe some of you have a child. I could view the Page of Wands as a child, and maybe they're looking at this as like, I want to come in and be a stable figure for you and your child or children, if that's the case for anybody here. But let's get one more final card for their intentions. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. So I don't know if you are someone that has a lot going on in your life, or if you're really busy. Maybe you're like a business owner, or you're a single parent, or like a lot of your life is very serious or very busy. and takes a lot of maybe mental or emotional energy / strength. And this person seems like they want to come in and be like a distraction or help you distract yourself. They want to come in and show you a fun, lighthearted, playful time. They want to bring more of a balance. That's what they want to kind of do. And it's interesting that that's a lot of what they were doing up here. So it's like, that's what they wanted to do for you, but they didn't even have that within themselves. So they had to go and get that balance for themselves first before they could come in and offer that or be that balance for you. So it feels like they really want to kind of, they want to be the person that you can kind of like see at the end of a long day and sort of melt into and forget about everything that you had to deal with that day, and then just sort of be all about each other and sort of lose yourself in each other is something that I pick up there as well. We do have Judgment underneath the deck, and I'm not taking any reversals, as you can see. And this is all about action. So it seems like they intend to act, and as soon as they make that decision or that judgment call, they're definitely going to act. I also feel like they're being called to act from the universe in some way, whether it's your energy in another on another level, like signaling that it's time, or whether this is the universe, divine spirit signaling that it's time. There's like a call to act that I'm picking up on here. So I just thought I'd mention that. Okay, I'll just take another sip of my tea. All right, so the next thing that we're going to ask is, what aren't they telling you? And all right, I think we'll go here for this part. And these are all warping or bending like the wrong way. All right, so what is this person not telling group one? What is this person not telling group one? What is this person not telling group one? Okay, so we have the Three of Swords coming out first. So there's some sort of pain or hurt or grief that they're going through that they're not telling you about. So maybe they feel like they are protecting you by not telling you the truth. Actually, protect was a word coming out before as well. But the Three of Swords is like grief, trauma, and being in like a real painful position. Like, as you can see, that figure has 3 swords that have been driven into her heart. So let's find out some more. We have the Empress. Okay, so what they're not telling you is that it's actually very painful and hurtful to stay away from you, and it actually causes them a lot of pain to keep themselves at bay. But this is how they view you, is this Empress energy, and they know. So that's literally exactly what they're doing, is they're trying to protect you from themselves, because they know that they are not in the energy or the space to give you what you deserve, but they acknowledge that they want to be that person. So what they're not saying is actually, you know, it really hurts not to talk to you and it really hurts to stay away. Like you're glowing, you're gorgeous, you know, anybody would be stupid not to be trying to be with you. But I also know that I'm not what you need right now, and I need to work on that first before I even come in. But then I plan to extend this olive branch and hope for the best. So they really do have you on a pedestal, whether you see yourself in that light or not. That is how they see you. And then we've just had these two fall out. The Queen of Pentacles, yep, Ace of Swords. Again, the Queen of Pentacles is someone of very, very high value. Can sometimes be like a businesswoman. And I did kind of pick up before that either you could be like a businesswoman or you are a very busy woman. You're in a very good position. You're very independent, very stable. And they definitely, I think, see you as wife material. The Empress and the Queen of Pentacles are probably two that I would really associate with like marriage, because of that sort of, you could say like that material essence that comes with marriage. Like it costs a lot of money. It's a contractual agreement between two people. So those two are like the wife cards. So I think that they're not telling you that they see you as wife material, or in some cases husband material, or vice versa. And they're also not telling you that they heavily think about a new beginning with you. They also may even want to buy you flowers, but they haven't. I feel like this person, what's coming through with that card is that they want to be chivalrous with you. Chivalrous? Oh my God, I can't even say the word. Chivalry, you know, like they want to romance you. They want to give you flowers. They want to open the door for you. They want to court you. They want to give you that old school love. Oh, that song just came into my head, Old School Crush. So that could be a song that you need to listen to, Old School Crush by, who is that? Solely someone. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. Oh my God, and look, underneath the deck, we have the World card. So they really view you as like the be all end all in this situation. Like this is where they want to end up, is with you. They see you as like their other half, the thing that makes them feel whole, the thing that makes them feel like they've won life. Like you're the goal. You are the main goal. You are the world. The Six of Cups is also a card about reunion, just pointing that out underneath there. So wanting to reunite with you or come back into your life. But yeah, the World card is a huge indication that this person definitely sees you as the one. So to tell you what, to be totally honest, I think I just tried to say several different expressions at the same time. But to be completely honest, when I started these readings today, I thought I was going to get like, I mean, I can't speak for the next two piles. We're only on pile one, but I don't know why I was expecting like toxic people coming through because we're doing like the no contact situationships, up in the air connections. I was thinking we were going to get some like really not so nice energies, but this person is honestly like, everything they do is for you. Everything I do. I don't even know the words, but it's in the back of my mind. Every little thing I do it for you. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, I can hear it in my mind, but then as soon as I try to like put it into like a melody, I can't grasp it. So like it's just like it's playing in the background, but then I can't translate it for you. Not that I'd be any good at doing that anyway. Anyway, so what are we up to next? I'm just looking at my whiteboard. Okay, so we're going to look at the most likely outcome for you guys. Okay, so which deck should I do for this then? I might go back into maybe this one and see how we go. I just realised I didn't bring out a deck for this this particular question. I'm basically just repeating decks now. But anyway, most likely outcome for group 1 and this person that's coming through. What is the most likely outcome for group 1 and this person? Well, we have the number 5, wisdom, and this is the card of the Hierophant, which is actually a card of marriage and commitment. You know, like a higher power ruling. You know, this is indeed, you are married, you are husband and wife, you are wife and wife, you are husband, husband, whatever the case. It can be a card of a serious commitment. And in this card, we can see like a family with a child, a home, we can see a dog here, and it seems as though this is a card to indicate that you guys will get that happy ending that you deserve, and you guys will have a family together, possibly one or more pets, one or more children, and a really happy home. It feels like you both have learned the necessary lessons, and you will both acquire the necessary wisdom to really build something very strong. The number 5 is about transformation, so I feel like that's letting you know that, you know, it's the connection will transform, or the two of you. Is it just one there that flipped, or was there 2? Or that maybe you'll transform each other, or just transform each other's lives in general. We have another number 5, obstacles and challenges. So you will overcome these obstacles and challenges with ease. I think they're nothing but a little bit of a hiccup, which has given this person an opportunity to seal that foundation, and make it nice and sturdy once again to be built upon. I don't think I will pull anymore. I think I'll just leave that there. And 5 and 5 makes 10 actually, which is like completion. So yeah, I definitely feel like that's where I'm meant to end it, now that the word completion has kind of come through, with 5 and 5 being 10. But yeah, I do think that you guys will complete each other in a sense. So not that you are incomplete on your own, but it's like this sense of belonging and wholeness and happily ever after kind of energy. So that's really nice. Before we go into the channeled song, I'll give you some advice from the universe. So this is coming from the spirit animal wisdom. And it could just be like personal advice relative to you. If, you know, if there's no advice to, if you're not guided, no, sorry, what am I trying to say? If your advice is like not to do with the person, it's probably because you're not meant to do anything. You're not meant to act. You're meant to just sort of wait and focus on yourself. So if the advice that comes out is more for you, it means it's not really a time to act. Or if a message comes out that relates to acting towards this person or doing something for this person, etc., etc., you know, then we know that you're being called to act. But what is group 1's advice, please? What is group 1's advice? So we have shadow work here. There are no shadows without light. So something that you could take away from this reading for yourself personally is that there is some shadow work that you can be doing, which is like healing work and sort of acknowledging something within you that maybe you haven't acknowledged before, attempting to bring the unconscious to a conscious state, becoming aware of what's in the unconscious. Carl Jung has a quote that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life and you will call it fate. But basically this is just saying that there is something that you could heal if you look deep within you. There is something in your shadow. More advice for group 1. We have the hedgehog, acceptance, embrace who you are. So this could be something that prevents you from fully embracing and accepting yourself. So maybe this is like an insecurity of yours within you, either that you know of or you don't know of, and it normally causes you maybe to keep people out or self-sabotage, because I'm kind of thinking that if a hedgehog's spines were all the way up, they'd be very, very defensive. But because this hedgehog has embraced herself, she's able to kind of relax and keep that defensive barrier at rest. So perhaps something that you can do to help welcome this in is to like soften your defense mechanisms by fully embracing and accepting your whole self, including the parts that you don't necessarily like. You don't have to like things to accept them, but you can love yourself and love those things that you don't like. Where am I going with this? I know where I'm going with this, but I'm really having a hard time putting things into words. You don't have to like everything about yourself, but you can still love who you are and accept yourself as you are. I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, so, you know, self-acceptance is going to help you let your guard down a little bit. And I think the fox is also like, you know, we can't be all love and light all the time. The word light would have no meaning without darkness or shadows, so one can't exist without the other. And no one's perfect, so it's just about embracing you anyway and just, you know, trying to be your best self regardless. Is there any more advice for group one? One more card perhaps? Wow. The Swan, graceful transformation, soften your heart and find your flow. Very interesting. Yes, so we're just talking about sort of softening your defense mechanisms and letting your guard down, and now we have here soften your heart and find your flow. So this is about really not being so hard around the edges or so rough around the edges. It's about softening to that heart space and flowing with that, you know, embracing the transformation that's about to take place, because again, that's a word that's been coming through, that you guys are going to transform each other, or you're going to transform each other's lives, or one of you are transforming the other. Whatever the case, there is that graceful transformation happening. And as soon as you soften your energy, let your defenses down, I think that that's going to create the right conditions for that graceful transformation to take place very naturally and with ease and without any resistance. Whew, damn, group one. Very, very interesting. What I'm going to do now for you is, all right, we've got 2 5s in front of me. So let's go to my Spotify. Well, it's not my Spotify playlist, but it's a playlist by, I'll link it as well in the description box. It's a playlist by someone called Sean Christopher, and it's called Best of R&B Love Song Ballads. So I'm an R&B person. I love my R&B, so that's why I kind of go with the R&B themes, because I'm probably going to be more familiar with the songs. But regardless, you can either look up their lyrics or listen to it, and there might be a message in there for you, or, you know, a song that means something to you, or this connection might come up, or yeah, either way, let's have a look. So I've got 2 5s right in front of me, so I'm going to shuffle 5 times, and then that'll be your song. So 1, 2. Sorry, hang on a minute. I need to turn the volume off. All right. Okay. so let me just... All right, so if your ears were peeled, you probably just heard Same Girl by R. Kelly start to play, but that wasn't the song. I had to get the volume off and change a couple of settings around. Your actual song, which I can't play on here because they end up copywriting me, your song is Tell Me It's Real by Casey and Jojo. So feel free to look up the lyrics, play the song, and get more messages in relation to this connection by looking up that song. It could be a message from them to you, or it just could be for you, or whatever. How far are we? 41 minutes. I think that we may as well do the zodiac signs and the initials for fun. That might take us to about sort of 45, which is okay, maybe a bit longer, but whatever. Let me go back to our meditation music and pop that back on. Okay, so we're going to get some initials out. So what are the most common initials coming out for this pile? Group 1 and their person, so you could be yours initials or theirs. First or last name, I mean if you know their middle name, or if they have a middle name, then by all means. What are the most common initials coming through in this group? And then we'll do the zodiacs. I think there's a couple of things in here that might not quite be relevant, but if we get them out, I'll just put them to the side. Most common zodiac signs of group 1 and their person: sun, moon, or rising signs. Let's see what we have got. Let's go initials first. I usually always go signs first, but I'm feeling different today. So we have W coming out. We've got F coming out. We've got U. Do you know what I just heard with these? Wife U. And that's interesting because we literally had that message coming out of thinking that your husband or wife material. But anyway, we have W, F, U, A, we have X, we have R, we have another W, so heavy emphasis on the letter W, C, J, another R, so heavy emphasis on R, and we have K, so I'm seeing Jack, whack. No, I'm just sort of opening up and seeing if anything wants to come through. For some reason I was seeing crew, even though the F is not an E. I was being shown crew. I'm also seeing jacks. But those are the initials coming through. So I'll leave those there and we'll move into the signs. So we have Uranus. No, this is not. This is the sun. This is not Uranus. What the heck? I haven't used these in ages. Oh my gosh. So we have the sun. So that's Leo energy. We have the 6th house, which is Virgo energy. We have Pluto, which is Scorpio energy. We have the moon, so Cancer, or you could even kind of relate the moon to Pisces if you wanted to. And speaking of Pisces, we have the 12th house, which relates to Pisces. So funny that. We also have the 11th house, which relates to Aquarius. We have the 9th house relating to Sagittarius. And we have Gemini. So Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Leo, Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Gemini coming through very strongly. So I believe I'm at the end of your reading finally, group 1, and yes, it was 45 minutes, so that's great. Don't forget, my Raise Your Frequency workshop is open for bookings. It's one where you can participate anywhere in the world. It's all online through basically all just through email. So check out below if you want more info, and don't forget, commenting on any video enters you in the monthly draw to win a gift card to put towards anything on my store, including the above workshop, and we are due to draw again, so you may get that gift card just in time to book in that workshop at a cheaper fee, or to book it yourself in a reading or something. But that's it from me for now, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading today. Sending you love, light, and everything bright. Bye. Hi, Group 1, welcome. No, actually, let me try that again. Hi, Group 2, and welcome to your Pick a Pile reading in relation to your situationship / up in the air connection, or perhaps your no contact situation. I'm hopefully going to give you some much needed answers on this connection that you have on your mind / heart. And we're going to break down a lot of information today. We're going to clarify where you're at with this person to clarify that this is the correct pile for you. We're going to look at your person in terms of what they've got going on in their general life, how they feel about you, what are their intentions, what aren't they telling you, the most likely outcome. Then we're going to zoom back into you and look at your advice from the universe, whether it's related to this person / connection or not. And we'll finish up with a channeled song, and for fun, we're also going to get some zodiacs and some initials to see what the most common signs and initials are in this group. So lots to cover. It's going to be a decent length reading, so feel free to grab a quick drink, a tea, a coffee, a snack, some lunch, some dinner, some breakfast, depending on where you're at, because we'll be here for a little bit. But let's start. So you guys chose the Howlite. And we are going to begin by asking where you are currently. You are currently, I think I said like you're. Where are you at with this person? I've been fumbling my words with this reading all day, so bear with me. Mercury's almost direct, and then hopefully I won't fumble. Not as much anyway. Alright, so for group 2, please, Divine. Where is group 2 at in relation to the person that they are here about? How does group 2 feel about this person / this connection? Okay, so the first card that we've got for your energy towards this person and this connection is Breaking Free. Group 2 feeling about this connection? Feeling, thinking, energy wise, how is group 2? Okay, so we have love, and then underneath the deck we have solitude. Okay, all right. So what I see with this trio of cards here is that while you acknowledge that you do have love for this person, you are better off alone at the moment, and you are much better off breaking free from this person. I think that you're coming to terms with the fact that they are not good for you, but there is this, like this card, I'm very, very intrigued by how this octopus is kind of still has a few tentacles like wrapped around her in an attempt to sort of keep her stuck. And it almost feels like you feel very bound to this person, as if maybe this is like a karmic connection or some sort of soul tie that's very difficult to fully break. I feel like maybe you've even tried to sort of break free from this person before, but there's like something about them that, you know, you're just stuck on, like you can't quite break that bond fully. So maybe there's like an energetic cord attached between you and this person, and at the moment you're just trying to move on, but it's difficult with that cord, I think. But yeah, I can see that you acknowledge that you have love for this person, but they are not good for you and you're much better off alone. And so you're in an energy of trying to break free and escape this entanglement, and kind of stop being sucked in by this person, it feels. Okay, so that's what we have for how you're feeling. So if that resonates, stick around. This is definitely your message. Or if you have listened to that, it doesn't quite resonate, but you still feel called to stick around, then do so. Always trust your own intuition. But now we're going to move on into your person's energy. And to begin with, we're going to start with something non-related to you. And we're going to look at what's going on with them in terms of their general life. So where their energy and focus is really being directed. Actually, I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles because I just realized I didn't shuffle between groups. Alright, so how is group two's person, what is group two's person, holy heck, what does group two's person have going on in their life? Where is their energy and focus going mostly? Okay, partnerships and alliances. All right, let's get more cards before I jump to any conclusions. Do you know what the imagery is giving me in that card? Is them trying to hold on. Then we have financial and material changes. And let's get one more, please. What's going on in group two's person's life? And number 2, movement, choices, decisions. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. I got it. Okay. So what I'm actually seeing here is that your person's relying on the people around them in their material world. So they are going through some either financial struggles, like struggles in the home, like, I don't know, like say, one example that's coming to mind is like, you know, your lease agreement's up and needing to find a new place but not being able to find somewhere, you know, a housemate and their partner settles down, so like they want their own space and then this person's left alone, like maybe financial troubles, they're having to like stay on people's couches or they're having to ask people for help. But what I'm seeing here is that they are putting a lot of time, energy and effort into partnerships and alliances that they can basically benefit from. Like I feel this person is very up in the air in general. Like they have a lot of choices and decisions to make. They have a lot of changes to make and they're going through a huge phase in their life where it's like a major transitions happening and they're having to rely on others at the moment, like basically anyone they can. I can't help but shake this message that this person has their hand out. Like we've got these hands here and someone's kind of like grabbing on and they're like, it's like for help, for support. And then there's another hand here. So it definitely feels like this person's really relying on the people around them for some sort of financial or material struggle, and their life is extremely up in the air at the moment. And it feels like they're not really willing to make these choices and decisions. It's like they would rather lean on the people around them or something. Like it's kind of giving me an energy of like someone who takes advantage of the people around them. Instead of facing their own mistakes, they're looking for help to either cover them up, or they're looking for other people to solve their problems for them. So yeah, I think I'll move on. Interesting message coming through there. Alright, so what I want to do is figure out how this person's feeling about you. Yeah, like it's almost like this person's choices and decisions revolve around the people who can help them the most or support them the most. So it's like their motives in connections is what they can get out of that connection versus what they can offer that connection. That is what it is. I've finally got it. I finally feel at peace with the message that I've got, guys. Your person picks and chooses connections and alliances based on who can help them and support them. And yeah, wow, okay, interesting. So how does this person feel about group 2? Honestly, truthfully, how does this person feel about group 2? So this would be the type of person, right? If you broke free from them, they would be in another connection just like that, and they would be like taking advantage of that person, either in terms of like money or a place to stay, or as a distraction from everything going on or something like that. They can't really be alone, but they only choose people based on what they can get from them. How does this person feel about group 2? Ask for, oh my god, no freaking way. I just basically choked when I saw that, if you didn't hear that. I told you, this person's asking for help, and the way they feel about you is that every time they ask for help, every time they call, you will be there. And that's how they get their sneaky little tentacles into you, is that they make you feel sorry for them, or they put themselves in like the place of the victim. Wow. And look, like she's even looking up. So this is you up here, and she's even like looking up, like, I know that when I call, group 2 is going to be there. I'm sorry to say that, and like I'm not judging you or anything, but that this is coming from them. Like they feel like no matter the time of the day or night, if they call and they need you, you'll be there every time. They may even be planning to reach out to you very soon, and it might be very alluring and very tempting, because it's not like they're just going to call and be like, I need your help. they're going to make it very enticing, and they're going to lure you in. This is almost giving me siren energy, like, you know, making of this super alluring sound and drawing you in, and then it's like, so I need your help. Or maybe if it's not that outright, maybe it's just like they need, you know, a place to stay, but they don't even tell you that. So like, even if they're not actually asking you for help, in some way without you knowing, you're still helping them with a need of theirs. And we also have mystery. The first thing I heard with the card mystery is that it's like how they feel about you is a mystery, because they haven't really got that deep about it. They haven't really they've never thought about it in depth. Like, they've never allowed themselves to get to that emotional place with anybody. So how they truly feel is like a mystery even to them, because they don't get that deep. So it's like, if you're here looking for answers on how they feel, it's going to remain a mystery, because they don't really know. They haven't really acknowledged how they felt. They just know that when they need you, you're always there. And yeah, recognition. Yeah, like it's a mystery because they haven't recognized their own feelings to even be able to recognize you or your worth. And I also feel like, because this deck is pretty like, how would I describe it? Like, it's a very gentle deck. So mystery in this deck makes me think of like someone who lies, keeps things hidden, keeps you in the dark a lot of the time, and doesn't reveal any truth. Because it could be considered one of the more negative cards if you look at it in this reading. So I definitely think that they leave a lot to mystery. They keep you in the dark. They don't tell you everything. Yeah, they leave a lot unsaid. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to go to is we're going to see if they have any intentions for you, and if so, what are those intentions? And then after that, we're going to be looking at what is this person not telling you, which might be interesting for this group actually, because as we set up here, they leave a lot in the dark. They don't say a lot, keep a lot hidden. So that will be interesting. But for now, what is this person's intentions when it comes to the connection with group 2? What is this person's intentions when it comes to the connection with group 2? All right, so we have the 4 of Wands coming out first, and it says celebration. The 4 of Wands can be a card that's about like the home, the foundation. So the first thing that I'm thinking, because of what we've got here, is that this person needs a place to stay, and they're going to call you or get in touch with you, and they're not going to outright be like, I need a place to stay. They're going to try to weasel their way in to the point where you're like, oh, come over, spend the night or something like that. And then they're like, yes, there we go. We have, oh, we got a lot there. Justice, the 8 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands. Aha, truth. And then the 8 of Swords, anxiety. So, because I'm taking all uprights, I'm reading intuitively on the meanings. And I definitely feel like what this is kind of saying here is that if anything, this person's going to act like, you know, they've got something to celebrate, or like they're really stable, you know, they're really grounded, they're in a really good place. But this is like it's not the truth. They're definitely not forthcoming with the actual truth. And okay, I've got to read this in terms of their intentions. So their intention is to present themselves as very grounded, very honest, like they've found their center, that they're in a really good place. They're going to make it seem like, you know, they've overcome a lot of anxiety. They're going to seem like they're a fighter, they're resilient, and they've come a long way. They really know themselves. They've got morals, they've got values. And with this resilience card, I'm almost getting that they're going to act like they're kind of like ready to fight for you. Oh, holy moly. Oh my God, the 9 and 10 of Cups came out. This person's really quite, like they are so sure of themselves and so sure of the way that you feel about them. This is not really fitting very well, but yeah, they are, I don't like their energy because they just seem so cocky. Like, so this is their intention, right? Come in, you know, I've had a win, I'm really stable and grounded, you know, I've really found myself, I know who I am, I've broken free of limiting beliefs and I've really overcome a lot. I went through heaps, but I've healed all that trauma now. I'm a fighter, you know, and now I'm ready to fight for you so that we can get that fulfilling and happy ending and we can finally be together. That's their intentions, right? But I can feel that this is not genuine. This is their plan, and they think that they're going to get what they want by offering you like the dream. They're going to be like, you know, like, I'm ready to give you what you want and what you deserve now, blah blah blah. But this just suits their agenda because basically they need a place to stay, or they can't afford to eat right now, or you know, like I said, like their housemate just proposed to their partner or just got proposed to, and now they want like their own space, so they have to find a place. Like there's something here to do with that. And yeah, underneath the deck we have the 10 of Wands, burdens. They are very, very burdened, and it's like they don't know what else to do except for reach out to you and seek your help, seek your energy, and they feel like that you'll be there. They feel like if they fall, you'll catch them, you'll be waiting time after time. That's what's coming through. So yeah, I don't love this person's energy, but that's what they're planning to do. And now I'm going to look at the most likely outcome. All right, what is the most likely outcome for group 2 and this connection? What is the most likely outcome? Is this the right deck? Have I missed something? We did what's going on with them in their life, how do they feel about you, What are their intentions? What aren't they telling you? That's what's first. Sorry, we're not doing most likely outcome yet. The first thing is, what aren't they telling you? So it's no wonder no cards were coming out. I think my guides were trying to get me to notice that I was asking the deck the wrong question. So yeah, this deck is for what aren't they telling you. All right, so what is group 2's person not telling group 2? And this is going to be good because this is going to confirm, if my intuition's right, that this is all a plot, a very, very ingenuine plot. Is ingenuine the word for not genuine? I hope so. All right, what is group 2's person not telling group 2? We've got the 8 of Swords again. So they're definitely, they're stuck in a situation at the moment and they're spiraling. That's what I'm getting with this card. So let's just take a closer look and I'll tell you where I'll kind of explain how this is coming through, because it also helps you guys if you're reading your own cards, and it helps you with my methods. But you can see that she's in quicksand. She almost looks like she's starting to sink into this sand, and then there's this spiral going on around her. So it's almost like that's how this person feels, is that they're drowning in quicksand, they're stuck and they're spiraling and they don't know how to get out. They feel very, very trapped and anxious. So like this part, in terms of their own anxiety, could definitely be true, but they're going to act like they've healed that anxiety, whereas the fact is they're actually spiraling. They feel like they're losing their mind. 5 of Pentacles, again, there's some sort of financial struggle, or it's to do with like the foundation, like the home, assets, you know, they're either broke, jobless, homeless, like something very significant to do with that area of life. And this is really sending them into that spiral. Oh my gosh, we're just getting so many cards that clarify everything that I'm feeling. But yeah, they're deep in it. They feel very alone. They feel very like out in the cold. Literally what I just said, the 5 of Cups, they feel very alone, very out in the cold, very sad. And then there's the Death card. I think that this is probably actually going to trigger like quite an ego death in them, and it probably will transform them. But that doesn't necessarily mean that transformation is going to result in now they're the one for you. So don't misinterpret that, but they are definitely in a very dark energy. I feel like the Death card is almost more representing that they're in a very dark night of the soul type energy. You can see here that this almost looks like the cloak of death as well. Like there's just this very dark energy around them at present. They're probably quite depressed. But like I said, like you can't feel sorry for this person or let that soften your boundaries, because this is part of their journey that they need to go through and something that they need to overcome on their own. It has got nothing to do with you. It's not your responsibility. And this might be exactly what they need to truly transform them. But at the moment, they're just in a really dark place and facing a lot of material and emotional struggles, a lot of anxiety, and their whole life is spiraling, because this is their material world and their emotional world is absolutely spiraling. I think that they've just gone through an ending. So like it could be a job ending, the ending of their living situation, like wherever they're living, that type of thing. Anything else that this person's not telling group 2? final card that wants to come out there is the Seven of Swords. So yes, something else they're not telling you is how deceitful they are, how much they are lying, how much they lie and deceive others, or even take advantage of others to get themselves to a better position or a more comfortable position. So that's what I'm seeing for what they are not telling you. So that definitely confirms what my intuition has been picking up on since probably this part of the reading here. Because I honestly can't think of another time where I've ever got that message from those three cards. But then when they kind of came out, it clarified again. And when this came out, it felt like total BS, which is what I feel like this person is all about. And then this confirmed it for us, what they're not telling us. So that being said, now that we have got that out the way, and now you may have some clarity on the person, let's take a look at what the most likely outcome for the two of you is. Okay, so what is the most likely outcome for group 2 and this person? With all of this clarity coming through, what is the most likely outcome? Number 8, emotional withdrawal. So the most likely outcome is you withdrawing your emotions, and underneath the deck we have the throat chakra. Look, and under that we even have stand your ground, and I'm going to actually put those together because this is you voicing your truth and verbally standing your ground and holding on to your power. So this is you when they come in, this is you emotionally withdrawing and verbalizing like, no, I'm done. I choose me. I'm not going to let you take advantage of me anymore. I'm letting go. And yeah, finally ending the cycle. And I do get this feeling that you ending this cycle and sticking to it, or like standing up for yourself and choosing yourself, I get the feeling that this is what finally cuts that cord. So if there is like an energetic bond between the two of you, and that's why it's been so hard to stay away from them in the past, it feels like you're finally ready to break that cord. And as soon as you say this and you vocalize the way you're feeling to that person when they do come in asking for help, I think that that's what it takes, because your energy is in like a very strong and powerful position, and that's all it was required to finally sort of dissolve that cord. So we're going to move into your advice from the universe, and we'll see what comes through. So this could just be personal advice, or it could be related to this connection. We'll just see what happens. It's probably going to be quite personal for you. Oh, one's flipped over by accident there. Must have flipped over in the last reading. Alright, so what's group 2's advice, please? Advice from the universe for group 2. Group 2's advice, please, universe. Okay, so we have the monkey coming out first, which is all about your inner child and not taking life too seriously. So this is about bringing in more moments of playfulness, joyfulness, doing the things that your inner child loves to do, things that make the hours pass like minutes, climbing trees, having fun, getting out into nature, things like that. Making sure you're balancing the seriousness of life with playfulness. We also have the penguin, diamond light activation. Light activations. Did I say light or did I say liked? Oh my gosh, I don't know. Light activations and new energies are coming your way. Be open to receive them and welcome them in. So first of all, this is definitely a message of spiritual ascension and you sort of ascending spiritually. But I actually pick up with this card here that you breaking free from this person is creating space for the person that's for you to come in. And if you feel like, if I say that to you and you're like, oh my God, like, you know, I'm just letting this person go, or I'm about to let this person go, we're already speaking about a new person. It might seem quick, but you know, it could be a while away. And this could just be letting you know, start working on opening your heart to receive it when it comes in. Or it could be saying, yeah, it is just around the corner and yeah, it's soon, but it's worth opening your heart to. So yeah, take it as it resonates. Yeah, I feel like some of you cutting this cord is what brings in that new person, either soon or further down the line. Okay, and you also have another card of kind of like spiritual ascension, because you've got the dragon here, which says Gaia's gateway, access Earth's inner wisdom. So this is a card of sort of tuning into the world and the universe around you. Working on your spiritual connection to, you know, the earth, other people, animals, and just sort of opening up that gateway to that more otherworldly connection. I feel like with these two cards coming out that you're something to do with your light body is being like activated or awakened within you. So I feel like you're going through quite a spiritual ascension, and that's probably also why it's very important not to take life too seriously. And then for those of you that are open to it, you may be visited by like a dragon in your dreams, or you might feel the presence of a dragon around you, or this is a sign that you can connect to a dragon. Some spiritual beliefs say we all have a dragon that we are connected to, that we can call upon to kind of guide us and help us through our lives. And if we spend time connecting to it, we can kind of learn its name and really develop a deep connection to that dragon. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. But otherwise, I just feel like your intuition and your third eye, your crown chakra, like, you know, heavy upgrades and expansions in those areas. All right, so the next thing, I've covered your advice from the universe, so we're going to go into a channeled song. All right, so I'm going to do, we've got a lot of fives for you guys as well, so I'm going to shuffle 5 times. I'm going to turn the volume down so that we don't get the song playing and then I end up getting flagged. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Sorry, I just had my computer just crashed. Okay, so you got I Can Love You Like That, and it's by All for One. And if I'm just scrolling through the Spotify lyrics, and this is very this is very this row, like that front that this person puts on. Like, I reckon this is how this person's going to approach you. Like, I'm reading the lyrics and it's like, all this time that you've been waiting, you don't have to wait no more. I can love you like that. I would make you my world, move heaven and earth if you were my girl. I'll give you my heart, be all that you need, show you you're everything that's precious to me. If you give me a chance, I can love you like that. And this just feels like that's the energy that this person's approaching you with, because that's what they think is going to work on you. And your song definitely feels like it's kind of coming from your person's 3D self, sort of trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I'm sorry to say it, but yeah, that's what's coming through there. So to finish off for fun, we're going to go into the initials and the zodiac signs, and we're going to pull the most common initials and the most common zodiac signs for this group. So it could be you or your person. What are the most common? Oh, hold on a minute. Actually, I'll put the meditation sounds back on. Okay. For group 2, what are the most common initials? Group 2 and their person. Most common initials. And the most common zodiac signs for group 2. Most common zodiac signs. Group 2 and their person. Most common zodiac signs. Excuse me. Alright, so we're starting with initials. Is that really loud or is it just me? Alright, we've got the letter U. We've got the letter H. Q. O. Do you know what I just realized? I think I say the letter H different every time. Sometimes I say H and sometimes I say H. I'm just a very indecisive person and that just shows it. But anyways, Q, U, O, H, F. See, I did that. Oh my God, stop. R. We have B. We have I. We have another R. We have another U. So U and R are very common in this group, apparently. I don't have a lot of names coming through to me in this group, to be quite honest, so I'm not going to say any of them. Okay, so we have Aries in terms of zodiac signs. We have Scorpio. That's Saturn, so that's Capricorn. We have Aries again with the first house, so heavy Aries energy in this group. We have the fifth house, which is, that's the fourth house, not the fifth house. Oh my gosh, Felicia. I knew it was the fourth house in my head, but I still said fifth, but that's Cancer. Now we've got the sixth house, Virgo, and we have Pisces here as well. So Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising placements are very common in this group. So I think that is it from me now, guys, after all of that. Good 45 minutes into the group. Before I go, I'll just quickly mention that the Raise Your Frequency workshop is open for bookings. It's a self-care and spiritual expansion workshop from the 4th to the 11th of Feb. Check out the description box if you would like to see any more info. And don't forget that commenting on any video enters you in a monthly draw to win a gift card from me to put towards anything on my store, including the above workshop, and we are about due to draw a new winner, so get commenting. But that's it for me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Until next time, sending you love, light, and everything bright. Take care. Bye. Hi Group 3, welcome to your reading where we're going to be doing a check-in on your situationship / your up in the air connection / your no contact situation perhaps. We're going to be doing a check-in with where you're at in terms of this connection, how you feel and how your energy is towards them. That can kind of help clarify that this is your pile. Then we're going to go into your person. We're going to look at what's going on with them in their general life, sort of whether that involves you or not, just sort of generally. Then we're going to look at how they feel about you. We're going to look at their intentions. We're going to find out what they are not telling you. We're going to look at the most likely outcome for the two of you. We're also going to get your advice from the universe. It may be just relating to yourself, like personal advice, or it may be relating to the connection, depending on what comes through. We're also going to get you a channeled song at the end, which may give you a little bit more info. It may talk about your person's energy or what they want to say to you. And we're also going to finish off for fun with the zodiac signs and initials to see the most common of those for this pile. So if you're here with Group 3, you've chosen the black tourmaline. And let's get into your reading. Alright, so to start off with, we're going to go into this deck here and we're going to find out basically what your energy is towards this connection, like where you're at. Alright, so for Group 3, please. How is Group 3 feeling towards this person / this connection? Oh. Okay, so the first card out for you is Hope. So I would say so far, so what I'm noticing first of all is that she's half submerged in water and she's half above water. So I feel like you're not fully emotionally invested, but you do have emotion for this person and you are feeling hopeful about your connection. Okay, we have light coming out now. Okay, underneath the deck we have inner knowing. Okay. So what this tells me is, again, like I said, you're not all the way in love with this person. It feels like you are emotionally invested though, somewhat. You're feeling hopeful. I feel like a part of you feels like you're being guided towards this person. So maybe you feel like they have a light that's guiding you towards them, or the universe is kind of shining a light towards them. Sort of, there's like this guiding light energy, as if you feel like you've been led to this person and you feel like you have an inner knowing or an intuitive knowing that there is something deeper here. Maybe you're not quite sure about what, but this is the way that you feel, is that you feel hopeful. You feel like a a light has led you here, or like a guiding light has led you to this person, and that there's some sort of inner knowing that there's something maybe special or something powerful or some sort of purpose for this connection. So if that sounds like you, stick around. If it doesn't, but you still feel called to stick around, then feel free. Trust your own intuition for sure. But the next thing that we're going to look at is in relation to your person's life, and we're going to look at where their energy or where their focus currently is in their life. So we'll give these a bit of a shuffle. I still feel like there's this hesitance to dive all the way in here with this hope card. Like there's hope, you feel led here, there's something in your intuition that's telling you to go for it or something, but there's this subtle resistance within you, or this hesitance to fully dive in. So maybe there is this subtle feeling that something's not quite right, or just not quite fully feeling comfortable to completely submerge yourself in your emotions. But let's see. So what's going on with group 3's person in their life? Where's their energy and their focus currently at? Okay, so we have got number 7, stand your ground, coming out to begin with. How much space have we got? A lot. Okay. We have emotional loss. And we'll get one more. We have the waiting game. Okay. Underneath the deck there we have the strength card, which in this deck is power. Okay, I see where this is going. All right. So this person's currently like rediscovering, or maybe even reawakening, like their self-worth and their power. It's like they're working on rebuilding themselves back up after an emotional loss. So either a relationship hurt them, or some other situation that they were emotionally tied to hurt them, because this is something that they have struggled with emotionally. You know, whether it's like a death in the family, loss of a job, some sort of emotional loss, and basically it feels like they feel like they're in this waiting game of just like, you know, that healing process of like going through the motions, going through the cycles while they recover from whatever this emotional loss was, and basically working on finding their strength, finding their power, finding their confidence. And it's kind of like this energy of having to like pick themselves back up. So you may have met them as they've been exiting a cycle with someone else, and they're still recovering from that. Or like I said, it could be any type of emotional loss, any type of emotional struggle, particularly something that damaged their confidence or their self-worth though, because that's what's really coming through, is what they're having to sort of rediscover. It feels like they have done most of the work, and now it's all starting to show. So it does feel like they have found an element of balance, and there is growth, like visible growth. but there is still this waiting energy of still feeling a little bit in between worlds. So like sometimes they'll have really, really good days, but then equally sometimes they'll have really, really bad days that kind of throw them off again. But they're definitely working on finding themselves and finding their inner strength and power and resilience again. Okay, the next thing we're going to ask is, how do they feel about you? Alright, so how does this person feel about group 3, please? How does this person feel about group 3? Re-energize. So the re-energize is the first card. We'll get another one. And healing, interesting. Underneath the deck is also go with the flow, which I'll mention, but we're not going to keep that one out. But it definitely makes sense with the couple of cards that we've got coming out. So I would say that this person, first of all, feels like this energy is flat. It needs re-energizing. It does need new life brought into it. And it feels like this person's acknowledging that that's probably their fault. Or not even their fault, but their responsibility. Obviously, what they're going through, yeah, it's not their fault as such, but yeah, their responsibility. So they do want to bring healing and they do want to bring new life into the connection. But I feel like this is more about them making sure that they are healed before they try to bring life into something new. So this kind of makes me feel like you guys have a newer connection, or if you've been together in the past, it's like you've only just reconnected. But I do feel like this person might be like either moving really, really slow and maybe being shy about how much they're revealing, or perhaps they've told you all this and you're just here to confirm if they're telling the truth. But yeah, I think that this person's just really trying to reconnect to their own light, and be in like a really healthy position within themselves before they offer you anything concrete, or before they communicate anything, or I don't know, like lead you astray maybe. Like they don't want to do anything too soon. Like they really want to take their time and make sure that they're energized and healed so they can give you like the best version of them. And yeah, with that go with the flow on the bottom, I feel like until, oh my god, and then underneath that was communication. But yeah, that's what I feel like. I feel like they're trying to go with the flow. They're trying to maybe that's even what they're kind of like saying to you, is like, oh, I'm just sort of going with the flow, but really they're just in this deep healing process and they don't want to like misinform you, or what's the word I'm looking for? They don't want you to basically think that they've led you on or anything by revealing their feelings too soon, or like, I don't know, promising something in the future that they can't give you right now. Like they really don't want to lead you under any false pretenses. So they're really just trying to, I think, go with the flow, heal, re-energize, and all of that, and then they will probably communicate more decisively and more knowingly. So we're now going to find out what their intentions are. So this will be helpful in terms of seeing if we're on the right track over here. I also think that they feel you have quite a healing presence or a healing energy. It's very comforting, and I think that your energy gives them this re-energized feeling. And I think that they're very conscious of that. Like, this person seems really switched on and mature, because it's like they don't want to rely on that or be codependent on it or use that to fill the void. They want to make sure that they're good and healed without relying on you to heal them, if that makes sense. So they don't want you to have to feel like you're the light in their dark. They want to know that they can find their own light, and then they can bring that light and merge it with yours or something. Okay, so what is this person's intentions when it comes to their connection with group 3, please? What are these person's intentions when it comes to the connection with group 3? Okay, so I'm just going to take the one that came out face up, and that is the Death card. Let me just make a little bit of space. So this person definitely intends to go through that transformation, that release period, release everything that they need to release, reconnect to their light, and transform their life a little bit, I think, or their energy. Whatever they've been through definitely has like humbled them in some way, I reckon. And again, it could be a death in the family of some kind or something like that. But yeah, this is about releasing what has had them stuck in this dark space, I suppose. So the next card that came out was the Lovers, and then that was quickly followed by the 10 of Swords. So there is definitely something that they have to let go of, end, or release to come towards you. Because we have release and we have conclusions. So it feels like until they feel like they've really let this go, or this is like completely, done, finished, over with, this loss, until they feel like they've fully let it go and they've fully healed from it and they've got like, all that closure and stuff that they need. Then it feels like they're going to be able to make a decision on the relationship. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So that could be an indication that they see you as wife material or husband material. or anything in between. Someone worthy of commitment. They see you as someone very stable. Again, someone that has like a really nurturing, healing, calming energy. Grounding as well, I feel. Then they want to wow you. That's what I heard. So they're very concentrated on closing out this chapter that is very mentally draining and emotionally draining, and letting all of the residual energies go before they make that decision to come towards you. But when they do, with the Magician, they want to wow you. Like, they really want to impress you. They want to romance you, but mostly they want to wow you. I think that while they do this healing process, they're like, in a way, kind of like manifesting you. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. So they definitely want to build with you, grow with you, commit, maybe even like lay foundations with you. You know, seeing you as someone that they really, underneath the deck is also the 3 of Pentacles. So they may feel like you two work really well together. And maybe even there's something that you could do together in terms of the material world, like home business or in real estate. Like, there's something you could do together that would be exciting and generate wealth. Random, but that's for some of you, maybe not all of you, but there's something, yeah, some sort of like wealth or business potential. But in general, like, this person really wants to wow you, build with you, grow with you, lay foundations, work with you. They feel like you make a really good team, and they feel like you're worthy of commitment. They could even be feeling a little bit like you guys were kind of destined to cross paths as well, with the Lovers card there. So if you're wondering if they have that same kind of feeling that you guys were meant to cross paths, they definitely do. They feel like the universe brought you into their life, or vice versa. But yeah, I think that this person is just in like a very up and down healing journey, and when they've got the energy, they're like all for it, but then they can quickly have a really bad day and feel very drained emotionally, physically, mentally, and have nothing to give. So they really want to get out of that fluctuating phase and be in like a really good, confident energy before they come in and try to offer you something. We're now going to look at what they are not telling you, which I feel like is probably most of this that's coming through, but we'll try to get stuff that's not necessarily out yet to spice it up a little bit, I suppose. All right, so what is this person not telling group 3? What is this person not telling group 3? If for some of you, like, this person's left you very sort of like up in the air, left you hanging a little bit, I just heard that it's because they didn't want to end the situation, because they want to be able to reconnect with you. Like, it's not an ending, but it's like they've got stuff to kind of get through before they can, I don't know, make anything concrete. So they might fluctuate a lot with you as well to sort of like prevent it from getting to that stage where you're wanting commitment, so that they can sort of prolong that moment so that they can keep this healing up. But then, yeah, like other times I feel like they just don't have the energy because they're having like a bad day, or emotions are surfacing or something like that. What is this person not telling group 3? So we have the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. So what they're not telling you, they're not telling you that they see a future with you. They feel like, so either this person's quite psychic, or they've had a dream, or they somehow have some sort of inner knowing that you guys are meant to either have a child together or have a home together. What they're not telling you is that they really, really, really want to talk to you like all the time, like constantly. They want to come in and talk to you. They want to break through. They want things to start moving forward, and quickly too. Like this person is very passionate about this. But then with this 8 of Swords, like their life is a bit of a spiral at the moment, and some days they spiral. Sometimes they feel like they're drowning in quicksand and there's literally no way out. And this anxiety is kind of keeping them in a bit of a prison at the moment, where they're not able to fully act because they don't necessarily want you to see them when they feel like they're spiraling. So it's like they are kind of in hermit mode, because when they do have their bad days, they're bad, they're dark, and they don't want you to see them like this. They don't want you to have to deal with that, because you are a very healing energy. But I think that they know that you're not their responsibility. No, they are not your responsibility. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So even though there's a long road ahead and the movement seems to be quite slow and steady wins the race. This person is reliable, committed, dedicated to the journey or the road ahead. And this is legit, like they really are just trying to overcome some stuff. But they are really excited about a future with you and the idea of a future with you. I think that they probably also get anxious that you're not going to be there when they do approach you, and they worry about this. But yeah, because underneath the deck we've got the Queen of Wands, because they can acknowledge that you're very attractive. You have a beautiful energy. You're magnetic. You're passionate, beautiful, radiant. You shine, and people are attracted to that. So they do have this little bit of fear or anxiety that you're not going to be there when they come around, but they also wouldn't even hold that against you. Like this person gets it, but they still want you to know that like they are doing the work, and they are excited about like a family with you, a home with you, traveling with you, you know, adventuring with you, all of that really fun, exciting stuff. And they are working towards that, and you can rely on what they're saying. But they do just really want to be in like a really good position when they come in. And where I just cut the deck, it was on the Emperor. So that's where I feel like they want to be at when they come in, is like fully ready to devote themselves to you, provide, protect, or just like embody their role in the relationship. So that's very positive. We're getting some really positive messages in this pile, and I think that you can trust this person. I just think that they're trying to shield you from how much they're actually going through right now. Maybe they don't want you to feel like, oh, you know, they're damaged, you know, they've got a lot of healing to do, or, you know, like that was so recent, maybe they're not ready. Like they don't want you to have those doubts, so they kind of keep it to themselves and shield you from it so that you don't second guess them or doubt the connection or anything like that. Now we're going to look at the most likely outcome for the two of you. So the crown chakra just wanted to quickly flip itself out. I haven't shuffled yet, but it just flipped over. And I feel like this is telling you to trust your inner knowing, trust your intuition, because it is accurate. Even though the circumstances don't reflect it, you were led to this person. It was for a reason, and there is a deeper purpose to this. So you can trust that inner knowing, or that inner niggling feeling that you have. All right, so what's the most likely outcome for group 3 and this person? What's the most likely outcome for this connection? Okay, now we've got the third eye chakra coming out. So on the bottom of the deck we have, okay, the Emperor. Yeah, so I feel like you guys both are seeing the same future, or both, yeah, like honestly, like the third eye is like, this would be like dreams, visions, inner knowing, intuition. And it's like you both have this intuitive knowing that you have a future together, or that you have a purpose together. So you're very connected, like spiritually, and you're both experiencing the same feelings or visions or whatever it is that you're seeing or feeling. And then with authority, that's like the Emperor card. So the most likely outcome is that this person does step up and give you what you need. They do step up and offer you what you deserve. I just feel like there's one more. Discontent and boredom. Another 4. It almost feels like look at that, look what's underneath there. I was just going to say, right when you get to a point of feeling like you're about to give up, that's when this person steps in or steps up. So you get to a point where you're like at the moment you're hopeful and optimistic, you're seeing the positives, and that's what this card is kind of showing. Like if he was facing this way, he would be seeing this beautiful view and all the positives, but he's facing this way. So it's like you start to see the negatives, or you start to feel like maybe you were seeing an illusion, or you had the wrong perspective all along. And it's almost like right as you're about to give up hope, this person's like, boom, I'm here, I'm ready. I'm ready to give you love. I'm ready to move this forward. Intuitively, I've known this whole time that I've been alone that we have some sort of deeper purpose. But I had to overcome my challenges, my obstacles, learn the lessons, and embody or embrace the wisdom that came from them. I had to learn to release my fear. I had to learn to let go of the memories and the emotions that were clouding me. And now I'm ready for us to rejoice in celebration. I have the awareness now. I'm ready for our new beginning. And now I want things to move so quickly. I want to create a foundation with you. I want to show you how amazing we can be together. And that's where I'm going to stop, because now our story seems to kind of end. But yeah, so I completely forgot everything I just said. I was basically just channeling through the deck. But yeah, we have 111, so definitely new beginnings around the corner for this connection. I think it'll be sooner than you think. But like I said, it's when you're getting very discontent and bored all around with the situation, and you're starting to think like, maybe I'll just go this way. and then this person steps up and shows you that they can be who you need. Most likely outcome. So your advice from the universe. So this could either be advice related to the connection or just personal advice for you. Whatever's more appropriate or whatever's in your highest good. So universe, what is group 3's advice? What's group 3's advice? Okay, so you got the dragon, Gaia's gateway. Another group got this as well, but I don't think it's related, but I think you both need the same message. And you've also got the kangaroo, courage, you are being tested, have faith and stand in your truth. I'll touch more on these once I get the third card. And the whale, tenderness, show compassion and forgive what needs to be forgiven. So the dragon's message is basically, the first thing that comes through is, once again with all that purple, it's like your intuition's strong, you just really need to trust it. And to trust your intuition more, I think that the message from this card is to get yourself in the earth, like put your feet in the sand, visit lakes, seasides, nature, gardens, things like that, and get your body in the actual earth. Like, don't just walk through with shoes on. Like, for you specifically, it's about really connecting like your feet or your hands with the earth, and really grounding all your energy, because it feels like it kind of will take your anxieties away or your insecurities away and help you see very accurately and tune back into that intuitive place. But also there could be a dragon that's protecting you and guiding you at the moment and leading you down a certain path. Perhaps your guardian dragon led you to this person, or you have a mutual guardian dragon or something like that. That's kind of coming through there. So that I haven't got that before, so that's why I'm like, that's kind of interesting. Is that a possibility? But I don't see why it wouldn't be. So that could definitely be a thing. Then your next bit of advice here with the kangaroo is courage. You're being tested, have faith and stand in your truth. So yes, you are being tested, and this is all about how much faith you have in your inner knowing. This is saying like, yeah, you are being tested at the moment with this person, but if you tune into your truth, your inner knowing, and you have faith, you can trust that the situation will resolve, and that you were right all along. So you can sort of like let those insecurities go and just have courage throughout this situation. And also have the courage to show tenderness when it's required, because this person's definitely going through something quite heavy. And I think being resentful for the fact that they keep distancing themselves or maybe shutting you out a little bit is only going to hinder the situation. I think that it's important to show compassion and tenderness for what this person's going through, forgive what needs to be forgiven. And that's going to help the process along, is if that you can just sort of tune into that compassionate, forgiving space with a higher understanding that they are really going through an emotional time, and they do have your best interests at heart at the end of the day. So trust your intuition and show compassion, because you are right. There is a deeper purpose to this connection and you are being guided to each other. And this person, I think, is just doing the work to be able to meet you where you're at. Yes. Okay, so it's now time for a song, and I'm just looking. I think I want to go 7 shuffles for you guys, because we have a 7 here, we have 6 and 1 is 7, 1 and 6, 7. We're just going to go 7. So let me turn this volume down so I don't get flagged for copyright. Let's get our shuffle on. So you've got P.S. I'm Still Not Over You by Rihanna. And I really want to have a look at the lyrics of this because I can't think of this song off the top of my head. And P.S. I'm Still Not Over You is ringing resonance here. What's up? I know we haven't spoken for a while, but I was thinking about you and it kind of made me smile. So many things to say, and I'll put them in a letter, though it might be easier. Thought it might be easier, the words might come out better. How's your mother? How's your little brother? Does he still look like you? So many things I want to know the answers to. Wish I could press rewind and rewrite every line to the story of me and you. Don't you know I've tried and I've tried to get you out my mind, but it don't get no better. So yeah, this person... It sounds like this is definitely someone that you have connected with in the past, and they've either recently come back or they're about to come back. Or you're in that no contact stage. Because this person, yeah, like this message really links with like missing you and wanting to be with you. Not being able to get over you, being quite hurt without you, being a little bit lost, and that kind of resonates with that message of you having that really healing energy, being that light in the dark. So I definitely feel like this person's very nostalgic, very caught up on you. Yeah, but they're still trying to sort of like get grounded and find that emotional stability since whatever they've gone through before they kind of come back in or come towards you. Okay, so now that we have the song, we're going to finish up with the zodiac signs and the initials that are most common for pile 3. So we're starting with initials. What are the most common initials for group 3 and the person? Oh, we got a lot of initials. Damn. Did not feel like I had that many, but some of them were hiding. And what are the most common zodiac signs coming through for group 3? For group 3 and the person. I keep knocking the mic and the camera. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so what have we got? We've got H, C, T, F, U, F, U, and fun. So maybe this person really is missing having fun with you, or they really want to have some fun with you. We've got M, we've got S, so we've also got sun, we've also got I don't think I can say that. We've got D, we've got S, E, also we've got 2 S's, so heavy emphasis on the letter S. We've got P, we have U again, so U is a very significant letter in this group. We have V, we have L, we have another E, so E is another popular letter in this group. Oh my god, I can't open it. And another V, so V is also very emphasized in this group. Okay, we have got Taurus for zodiac signs. This could be you or your person's sun, moon, rising. We've got Aries, consciousness and community. This is Mercury. I nearly said Mars. Mercury. So Mercury links to Virgo and Gemini. We also have another Virgo. So Virgo is very heavy. We've got Uranus, which is Aquarius energy. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. I will keep that. And we have Gemini again. So Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Aquarius. So this is not a zodiac sign, but this definitely confirms to me that this person is like reaching a real turning point in their lives where they are really going through a lot of deep healing, and they're going to emerge as like a very new person. Big new beginnings, new identities, like a rebirth basically from all this healing. So this is definitely confirming that your person is going through that healing process and that rebirth kind of energy. So I thought I would keep it out and just mention that. But that is the end of your reading, guys. Before I go, I'll just quickly mention that my Raise Your Frequency workshop is running from the 4th to the 11th of Feb. It's global. You can participate from anywhere in the world because it's online. So see the description box if you are looking for any more info on that. It's a self-care and spiritual expansion workshop. And it only goes for 7 days. And the other thing that I'll quickly mention is don't forget that by commenting on any video, that enters you in a monthly draw to win a gift card to put towards anything on my store, including the above workshop, because we are due to draw another winner sometime soon. So get commenting and you may be the lucky one that gets that gift card. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading, guys. I just had a mind blank. Yeah, don't forget to like if you enjoyed it. But until next time, guys, stay safe, sending love, light, and everything bright.